The king in the north! The king in the north!
So bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me sweetness, and I like to dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you, I spoke to the football gods. I spoke to John Madden. I spoke to Bobby Boucher. And I spoke to, who's the guy that does the whoop thing? Who was that?
Chris Berman.
Chris Berman. I spoke to Chris Berman. Very, very dark time. But I prayed to the football gods that the Dallas Cowboys would lose this week so I can join my fellow co-hosts again. Because if they would have won, guess who wouldn't be on the show this week? Me. But they lost. So guess what? I'm here. I'm your host. I'm Mike DeQuattro. To my right is Andrew Parker.
Hello.
And to my left, I have Bryan McCormick.
That has to be the worst intro.
What was wrong with that
ever.
intro? I was really like,
I
I kept
like
thinking
that.
about that for a while. I was like, this is a pretty good intro.
I prayed to the football gods. Fake. I prayed to a real man who's not dead. And I prayed to a fake person. And then I talked to a real man who's, kind of senile. And I wanted my own personal team to lose.
I prayed for my team to lose.
So I could do this minor league, this soon-to-be XFL only podcast.
I think Bryan thought that was going another way because he had the trigger finger ready.
Yeah, I hit on the Law and Order button real quick.
And then I saw where it was going, and I literally watched him minimize it on his phone.
You just left me with nothing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pick Last podcast. I'm back. I had a little bit of a sabbatical for 2 weeks. But, you know what? We're here. We're here today. The past is behind us. It's a new week. We're definitely not going to remember things that happened on Wednesday. We're definitely not going to remember things that happened on Sunday. So, let's look forward to tomorrow. We have a Thursday night game.
No, we don't.
We don't have a Thursday night game. We have a Sunday night game.
We have Saturday night games.
Saturday. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's
the holiday
Last
season.
week started Saturday Night Football.
I hated that.
I hated
was
it
not a
too
fan.
because I was not ready for it at all.
Yeah.
And I would go on Twitter and I'd be like, "There's a fucking football game right now."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Thankfully they put teams that nobody really cares about.
It was the Jets and the Texans. Andrew's pick for the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And it was the
A little pre-Super Bowl matchup.
yeah, it was, yeah, exactly. Little preview. And I think it was also the I'm sorry guys. Like I said, my phone was on a different plane.
It's all good. See,
It was the Browns and the Broncos. So I mean, a team you care about, a team you gave an A+ at the mid-season to.
Hey, look, they're still living up to it. So, did I say an A+ or did I say a B+? I think I said B+.
Well, you were high on them. Yeah. So now we are in the season of the holiday games, which are Saturdays and Sundays. There's one more Monday night game, which no one's going to give a fuck about. This is the week that everybody's fantasy team is either dead and buried, on the cusp of getting a consolation prize, or you're in the championship. But if you're listening to us, you're probably not in the championship game. So let's you know what?
I know, Mikey, you haven't been here for 2 weeks, but there's been I know you've listened. There's been no fantasy segment.
Yeah,
because
you guys have
we're
both
both
been out.
so out of it.
Well, don't worry, there won't be one this week because I'm also out.
Oh,
I lost
of all three teams.
one
of them,
with 5 teams in the league.
One of them. That one I'm going to the semifinals.
Okay.
But the other two, my money leagues, I was projected to win both of them, and my team just didn't show up. Eric Ebron got 1 point, and Keenan Allen got 0 points.
It seems to be the case. Last week screwed over so many shoe-in fantasy teams.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and that's the thing about fantasy where you could be projected, and teams just don't show up.
Well, if you go off projections, I should have been in second place this year.
Yeah,
but I don't go off projections.
Me and Bryan had the hardest schedule of any one of that season. But it's funny to me because as you probably recall, I was going to try to do a trade for Cam Newton. Because I was like, I think I'm going to go to the playoffs. He's got a great playoff schedule. I think he put up 5 points or something like that this week. I was like, boy, I would have gotten toasted.
Actually today on Wednesday the 19th, it was the Carolina Panthers just said that Cam Newton will not be playing the last 2 games of the season. So Carolina officially just taking themselves out of contention.
Yeah, and it must be bad if you're a team that's still in the bubble and you're like, yeah, our quarterback's done.
Yeah,
you know
I don't even know who that backup quarterback is.
Yeah,
it's got to be it's
no,
not.
I think we looked this up once.
Is it Derek Anderson?
It used to be.
Right.
Now he's on Buffalo.
He's on Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo's just been collecting
Who the
bad
fuck
quarterbacks.
is Carolina's backup quarterback?
Well,
We've got top men working on it.
Heineke.
What?
Who?
Heineke.
Let me see.
Heineke.
Heineken?
Collins Hill grad Heineke to start for Panthers Newton against Falcons.
that bodes well.
Hey, man.
They couldn't even jump on the Nathan Peterman bandwagon.
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke?
Where'd he play?
Believe,
He's a rookie, isn't he?
Didn't that guy win American Idol one
Collins
year?
Hill High before starring at Old Dominion.
That's not good.
Do they want Kyle Lauletta?
How does Colin Kaepernick still not have a job? I don't get it.
We'll send them Kyle Lauletta if they want him.
I don't get it.
So like,
who is this nobody?
They so Carolina obviously subscribed to the practice of not getting a legit NFL backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, Cam Newton's here. So what do we have to worry about?
I mean, hey, it's been the past 12 months in the NFL have been the year of the backup.
Right.
I mean, you watched what Nick Foles did.
Yeah.
And what we'll get into, Nick Foles
yeah.
is doing. I mean, also look at you saw Derek Anderson for 2 weeks lighting it up.
Matt
with
Barkley
the
fucking took over.
Nick Mullins. Yeah, it's been an interesting year as far as backup quarterbacks in the NFL, and you have to wonder is that become the most important position in football?
Mm-hmm. Well, quarterback is always
of course,
yeah,
but sometimes being the backup.
I think the Saints had it right when they traded for Teddy Bridgewater.
Yes,
because they're like, you know what, we have Taysom Hill, but he's not an NFL quarterback. They could just use him as a gadget guy. He could make a couple of passes here and there, but there's no way they'll be comfortable with him under center for a full 4 quarters.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
So they get a guy like Teddy Bridgewater with all right, worst case scenario, Drew gets hurt, or if Drew walks out on us next year, we got a guy who's been a first round pick. He's played a lot of NFL games, and he's a good quarterback. He's a good game managing quarterback. Mm-hmm. And then also, Josh Johnson this week with the Redskins.
Yeah.
So hasn't thrown a ball since 2011, but
he's
better than Mark Sanchez.
Got beat for a job last year on the Giants by Geno Smith.
Yeah.
So, what's Geno doing? You couldn't give Geno a
Geno's
call?
in Los Angeles with the Chargers.
Ah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Sitting comfortably.
You think Geno's going to get a ring this year?
Oh my god.
Is Geno Smith going to get a
that
fucking
be the
Super Bowl ring?
thing?
Wow. It would be really cool if Geno gets a ring and then just flips off Rex Ryan. It's like, I got the motherfucker.
Oh boy. I'm not ready for a world where Geno Smith is a Super Bowl ring.
Geno Smith will have a Super Bowl ring and Dan Marino won't.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But hey, Geno Smith will have a Super Bowl ring and Tony Romo won't.
That's true.
That's not as funny.
That hurts even more.
But Nick Foles has a Super Bowl ring and Dan Marino doesn't. That's
Warren Moon doesn't have a fucking Super Bowl ring and fucking.
Hey man, Nick Foles is about to have 2 Super Bowls.
I don't know if do you guys follow that Twitter account that just posts Mike Francesa clips of him being an idiot, just stupid shit.
So just regular Mike Francesa.
Yeah, I follow enough giant beat writers that I see the stupid shit Mike Francesa says.
So somebody asked Francesa and he was like, with Nick Foles, obviously he hasn't had a great career, but he won a Super Bowl, and he's like, he possibly can win another Super Bowl this year. Would he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? And Francesa's like, no, are you kidding me? Pretty much belittling this guy. And then this guy's like, yeah, but, the same thing happened with Eli Manning.
Don't even bring it up. It's not the same. It's not the same.
But that's what I'm saying. He's like, well, Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings. He's like, you're going to put him in the Hall of Fame because of that? Because
he also has other stats to back him up.
He's different discussion for another day, but how many people are 2-time MVPs of the Super Bowl?
Who's also franchise leaders in passing yards, completions, touchdowns.
See, I don't know
games played.
I don't know if I buy into that though.
If you're the best player on your own team.
Yeah, but not a lot of franchises have everything kind of pieced together at the same time. For that, Romo got lucky because he had Dez and Witten. That's why Tony Romo leads our team with passing yards and completions and stuff like that.
Didn't he have 4 years before Dez even got there?
Oh, sorry, he had Terrell Owens. Like he had Terrell Owens, he had
Torrey
Roy
Clay.
Williams.
Are you
Like,
telling me that Tony Romo is a product of his receivers?
he's a product of his environment.
Oh,
that
he's a
also
system
involves
He's a
quarterback.
him.
system quarterback.
No, I've always been a big fan of Romo, and I think he's
have
a great,
you?
Yeah, of
What?
course. But obviously he wouldn't be getting all those franchise leading in yards
Alright,
if he didn't have Owens.
Here's the
Witten.
thing. I would agree. Tony Romo should get a shot at the Hall of Fame.
I don't think that deserves a Hall of Fame.
But here's
is what
why.
I'm saying.
Here's why. If he's the franchise all-time leader in that, and the person who's right behind him is also a Hall of Famer, so he outperformed a Hall of Famer, he should get a tag of a Hall of Famer.
But did Aikman play for the Cowboys as long as Romo did?
Longer.
Did he?
Aikman played from like 80 something to like 2000. Aikman was in there for a long fucking time. He was in there for the entire.
So could that argument be made for Eli and Phil Simms?
Yeah. I think. Also, Phil Simms had a season where he got hurt and they still won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Eli straight through. So Phil Simms and Eli are a little bit more comparable because they both have 2 Super Bowl rings. One, Phil didn't play because Jeff Hostetler played. That was the season he was hurt. But Eli outpaced him in every which way.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some games.
Let's do that.
We're talkative today.
let's get it.
10-minute intro before we get to the
He played
games.
for 11 years.
So
This is what happens when
speaking-
Mikey comes back.
Speaking of NFL All-Stars and future Hall of Famers, Nick Foles
Yeah.
and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on...
Went into Los Angeles Coliseum.
Do you ever just get the vibe to almost keep saying the St. Louis Rams? Because I still do all the time.
Yeah,
and I
no.
almost say the San Diego Chargers all the time. Like, it hasn't settled yet.
Yeah. Do you think Nick Foles is like, this is slight revenge for what you did to me back in the day? Gave me Jeff
A
Fisher.
little kind of a revenge game?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's 3 years in the making, baby.
It should have been me. Goff who? Yeah, this was probably the most shocking game of the week.
Yeah, I think.
Definitely.
Well, besides like the low scoring affair that was the Panthers Saints game.
Yeah.
I think that this game, that Philadelphia coming in into after losing 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Right. They lost to Dallas. They lost to some other fucking joke team.
Romo played for 13 years.
Okay.
Sorry.
How long Trey Aikman
11.
played? Aikman played for 11 years.
Yes. Romo played for 13.
13.
So
Okay.
that's 2 more seasons of edited stats.
But also Romo was hurt through
Sorry.
that. If you're counting 2015.
That's true. All right.
We're
Sorry.
past that.
I was just
Yeah.
saying that was.
So like I was saying, the Eagles went in there not being on the best of footing. They were down in their division. It looked like it was kind of like a set thing that Dallas was just gonna like just clinch it.
Yeah.
But the Eagles said, you know what, I ain't dead yet.
Yeah, they said fuck it.
So technically, it's still the East is still quote unquote up for grabs, kind of. But
Yeah.
Dallas just needs to win 1 game, and they lock their position in.
Redskins
What are
and-
your remaining 2 games?
We play the Buccaneers, which should be a win, and we have the Giants, which also probably should be a win.
Ooh, so if you guys lose
If-
to the
if-
Bucks,
I
and
don't
Philly-
want us to lose
and,
to the Bucks.
And who does Philly play?
I
Do we
think
know?
Philly plays. I think they might play Tennessee. No, they don't play Tennessee. They played them already. Philly played. I think. Sorry, guys. We should have really prepared.
Because can you imagine if
Philly plays the Texans. It's
Wow,
over.
that's
damn.
that's
And then they play
a
the
lot.
Redskins. So if
Ooh.
Dallas loses this week, they get the big old upset from James Winston and the boys.
Can you imagine how big Week 17 could be if the Giants?
Well, the Redskins
fuck
are
over the Cowboys.
the Redskins are playing the Titans. So if the
It's a winnable game for the Redskins. Kind
is it?
of.
No, not really.
I don't know. They kind of
don't
they
have a
destroyed
quarterback.
us, and I think right now we're a little more put together than the Redskins.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Titans are one of those I don't know what they are teams.
Exactly.
Where they show up one week and the next week they just roll over
Are they
and
playing
die.
in Washington? Or are they playing in?
So put it this way: if the Eagles and the Redskins both lose next week, and the Giants win, the Giants are 1 win behind them. And then the Giants could, if they beat Dallas and
Please
the
stop.
other 2
please-
teams.
No, we're out.
No, we're officially eliminated. Giants are
Yeah,
officially
we're
eliminated.
officially
I know.
eliminated.
But
Yeah.
the Giants,
Please, don't put
Just
that.
teasing
the
you.
Giants should end 5-11 and not 6-10 or 7-9.
That's
Yes,
all right. 'cause
I agree.
I'll get to it later.
That's what I'm like. This is what I'm gonna be kind of confused about, because the podcasts I listen to, they're like, that the Giants would be more than happy to send home Dallas and prevent them from being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But if you send home Dallas, you're also letting Philly into the playoffs. Do you guys really hate Dallas that much more than you hate Philly?
It's a matter of I hate both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't care which one.
Well, it depends on whose status I could hurt the most.
Yeah, exactly.
I prefer that. And
Like if the ball's in our court and we can fuck over the Cowboys,
we would
I want to fuck over
But
the
the
Cowboys.
thing is, we'd also be if we were playing the Eagles the last game, we would fuck over that
Yeah,
too. Like
exactly.
we want to fuck over whose
This
day
is a
we
matter of
fuck over.
So you
whose
don't-
destiny do we control?
So you don't want like the NFC East to have the Phillies win a second Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
the Phillies don't play football.
Yeah.
No, I'm just I'm fucking with you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I meant Philly. I meant Philly.
No, I
yeah.
know. I know.
My bad.
But yeah, so I mean, what is the deal with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles? Like, what do you think the difference is there?
What's
going on right
Carson,
now?
like, well, what do you mean, like how they play, or like?
Like, what clicked this week that hasn't been clicking?
Well, I think they simplified the offense for Nick Foles, so
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
as like, oh, you're gonna do like this, that, and this. It's just like RPO, fucking big hook or whatever. But like with Carson Wentz, he's got to do like more dynamic plays, and I think that's what leads him to getting hurt more. Is that he's like out in the open. So,
I also think I'm in the camp that I don't know if it's officially been said. I think it's just been talked about that Carson Wentz has been hurt for the
Right.
past few weeks, and
Yeah.
that they were still in it, so he was playing.
yeah.
And I think that's been affecting them too. I mean, you saw what it did to the Texans the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Where Deshaun Watson was fucked up. And I also think another factor is, like you said, with simplifying the offense. I think, like, someone like they brought in Golden Tate and something hasn't been clicking there.
Right.
And I think a lot of the new pieces and a lot of what's coming together is that simplified offense now.
Yeah.
And it's just working for them. It's kind of
Yeah.
a perfect storm.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where with Wentz, I think that not only does he feel like an abundance of pressure because you're playing in Philadelphia and obviously your fans are toxic as fuck. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a step
I'm not
below.
even gonna say big shock there, but like that's true.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but
True,
like
they are the devil's asshole.
yeah, and like I put them kind of right below like New York fans.
Yeah.
Of like it's tough to live under the pressure of playing in that city.
Yeah.
For football mostly, because the other sports they're not really like big in, but I feel like that kind of pressure affects him, but also like there's too much to that offense. Like when you have somebody I think he's a very, very skillful player. I think he is one of the best quarterbacks around today. But I just think that there's so much going on that it's hard for that chemistry to build because everybody has their own things that they have to worry about in order for him to connect with them, in order for them to make big plays.
Do you think Wentz is missing Frank Reich, who's now coaching the Colts?
I
Do you think like
yeah.
just
Yeah, I think
changing-
that plays a piece.
changing the OC? I mean, Doug Peterson, the guy they have a statue of outside of the fucking like if the Eagles suck this year, I mean if they don't make it to the playoffs this year and
Yeah.
they still suck next year, that statue's gonna look real dumb.
Yeah. Real fucking dumb.
But they played against, and that the offensive coordinator also has a thing to do because he's the kind of coach that he's very aggressive and stuff like that. But if you watch the game against Dallas, like Jason Garrett was more aggressive than he was. There were plenty of times where they punted 4th and 2, 4th and 3, 4th and 1
Yeah.
instead of going for it. Like that's his go-to. And I don't know if you watched the Cowboys game, but Jason Garrett went for it almost every time they were 4th and 2, 4th and 1. Of course,
Yeah.
we needed to at the time.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
I think he's kind of taking a step back in his aggression in the later half of the season. And the Eagles were doing well enough when they were playing as aggressive and as strong as they were.
Yeah.
And now it's just kind of fading away. And I feel like with Wentz not being there, there
think
goes
with-
your glue.
No, I think
Well,
I think Foles, in
Foles
there
coming in is kind of
helping them out.
It is, but it was funny because it wasn't connecting in the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Wentz hadn't come back yet. Foles was in, and the Eagles did not look good. And everybody was like, "Oh, I guess it was a 1-year thing," and then here we go again.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm so scared.
I think
big
Foles
Nick
is just,
energy there
Yeah.
now.
I think Foles is just good under pressure, like in the later season of pressure.
Yeah.
I think that's why Foles is like still a backup now. He never really had his full chance to take a real team.
Same he had
Yeah.
the Eagles a couple years ago.
Well, and see, that was always like a weird thing for me. Was like as much as I hate the Eagles, I always kind of liked Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Because he set franchise records in Philly.
Yeah.
And then they traded him.
Yeah, they traded him
And I
out
was
for a
like,
first-round
that's
pick.
kind of Yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of like weird. They kind of did him a little dirty, I guess.
Yeah.
And then like he was nothing in St. Louis, and then he came back and he's a backup. Like he kind of got a little screwed over. So that was my one silver lining of watching the Eagles win a Super Bowl. Is I was like, well, I kind of like Nick Foles as a person, so I'm glad know he got that moment.
He got the Tebow treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. Except he didn't get run out of the league.
Now you mentioned Frank Reich.
Right.
Would you put him in a candidate for a Coach of the Year type spot?
I think he's third.
You got to look at what this guy did.
I think
he stepped in for the McDaniels stuff. And,
okay.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Yeah.
He stepped in for the McDaniels situation,
No,
and
yeah.
everybody was like, who the fuck is Frank Reich? It's just going to be our coach now.
And they're not his coordinators.
Yeah.
That's not his personnel.
But and what he's managed to do.
He
with
managed
this team.
to withstand into like Andrew Luck's bum shoulder and now
Yeah.
getting them back in. So no, yeah, I would fully think he would be Coach of the Year because I know they're obviously going to give it to fucking that bullshit Rain Man routine and Sean McVay, which I think he's not as smart as everyone fucking thinks he is. He's pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. So
Why? I mean, you don't see his memory, his recollection.
he looked at the fucking cards.
Did he?
Oh, you tried Googling Frank Reich?
No.
That was the joke. He said, "Do you think he's MVP, like the Coach of the Year?" I said, I think he's third, the third Reich."
We were doing so well.
We were on such a roll.
That was a little jokey joke.
But, yeah, no, I mean, I think...
I did not see that coming.
See, that's what, like... Neither did they. Oh, God. We're going...
Oh, I'm sorry, Papa Brown.
You've got more dirt. Golden
Yeah,
is
man. It's all right.
whatever.
But, yeah,
I mean,
no,
oh my
I
God.
mean, I think it's something that should definitely...
Be considered.
We talked about.
No, I 100% agree with
now,
you.
you mentioned Sean McVay, too, and, like, I think he's a lot stupider. But talk about the Rams now. What's up with them?
I think they're
They've lost,
beat
like,
right now.
3 of the last
Now.
6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not like in the case of like how the Chiefs may not be as real as everyone thinks they
Yeah.
are. I think it's that they may have overworked themselves with how high powered their offense
They're
has
putting,
been.
like, 40 points every week?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they burned themselves out, and it may have led to like, well, now you got nothing in the tank when it really
Yeah.
counts.
Cups out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Coop's out. Yeah, Cooper Cup's out. Fucking.
They've been... See, I don't know, because this is such a weird thing McVay would do. Do you think he's limiting Gurley to get him ready for playoffs?
I think
I think so because he
His
already
knees hurt.
said that they're probably going to sit Gurley, and Gurley's kind of like annoyed because he wants the rushing
Of course.
award, but
Because also a lot of people got mad because he did this last year. He sat a lot of guys week 17, and then when they went into the playoffs, they got smacked.
because they were
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, they were cold. They
Well, they
killed
did-
that momentum.
They still have the bye, so like no matter like they what are they like 11-4 right now? Oh, no.
But not only,
So you're going to make these guys not play for 2 weeks and then throw them into a playoff
see,
game?
I don't like that because if they have the bye and say they sit everybody for week 17 and they lose, they're going in off of a loss where the players are like, I could have helped my team win. Now I have to sit out a week, but not that it's like a
If
bad
they-
thing to sit out, but
If they lose their first playoff game this year, I'm going to be on the Sean McVay's an idiot
On that,
bandwagon.
on that idiot bandwagon.
Yeah.
Don't let it fucking fool you. Look
Yeah.
at that video again. He's looking at the cards.
he's not looking at the cards.
He's looking at the cards because that dope who's hosting it's like, look at this. What you call on this game?
He's like,
Did you-
Spider 2 wide banana.
Did you see the tweet?
Apple shake bikini's bottom.
Did you see the tweet? It was when the Rams were playing the Bears, and you know how like he rattled off all the defenders on the Bears,
Yeah.
like talking about how good they were. They rattled off their names and their positions and stuff like that. So somebody was like, "Wow, do you believe that the Bears beat them?" and didn't even mention anything about any player on their defense. Like how it doesn't help you that just knowing people's names, like
That's right.
Yeah, it's like I also have Google on my phone.
yeah.
Open up the
And
fucking
then like
thing.
you don't
I'd
realize.
honestly be more unimpressed if he didn't know everyone on the defense.
See,
I
I'd be
was-
like, you're replaying this team. You should
Well,
probably know the defense.
I was more impressed with what Bill Belichick did with the Bears than what fucking Sean McVay did. Like, you could rattle off all these people and it's like, yeah, Khalil Mack's no fucking Lawrence Taylor. He's not even close to
Yeah.
fucking Lawrence
Yeah,
Taylor.
it's like, don't
He's like, whoa,
Don't
we're
even
talking
bring
about
that
Lawrence
shit up.
Taylor right now.
nobody was Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor and eat this motherfucker alive. And then it's like, then they beat him. And
Yeah.
that's how you do it. You could glad handle the people you want. Like in the Rams, he fucking like, oh, he'll rattle off these people's names and whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Beat them. How is this gonna help you win?
LT
right.
was the man though.
Yeah.
Breaking Hymens and Theismans, man.
You've been working on that one, haven't you?
I was thinking about it on the car ride here.
How am I gonna slip this one in?
Mikey's like, I gotta
Good
come
one.
back after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What am I gonna bring to the table?
He's like, thank God Theismann kind of rise.
Hyman.
Gonna slip a Holocaust joke in there.
People are getting sick of those rape jokes.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it up.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
I've been out of the game for a while. It's been a while.
All right, so now we're done with the Rams. It's just next game. Let's talk about the Browns sticking it to the Broncos.
Yes.
Fucking 1 point game. Now these are the games Cleveland probably we picked them to lose earlier on.
Yes.
Especially if they had Hugh Jackson still there. And look, I gotta give it to them. They're still in it, and with the way that the Steelers and Ravens can't decide if they want to win this division,
Yeah.
the Browns would be happy to take it.
Hey, I'd be more than happy to see the Browns
Just
take
if they could win out and the fucking Steelers and Ravens both like lose until that last game, I think they play each other. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be so good,
Guys, there's no more room on this bandwagon. All right, I started this bandwagon. Everybody else talked me down. You're not allowed to hop on this bandwagon late season, and you're not allowed to just hop and ruin my groove.
Listen,
and I don't appreciate it.
If Big Ben is not going to give his permission and the Browns are going to force their way into the playoffs, I'm all for it. I'm glad you got my...
Yeah,
Press the button. I was like, the button.
everyone heard. We have a microphone in front of our
Oh,
face.
fuck, we do. Oh, I'm ruined.
Hey, Andrew, when you're editing this, can you just cut that part out?
Yeah. I'll be like Sean McVay, acting like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I love Cleveland. I love what they're doing.
I mean, look, I'm not on their bandwagon, but
No.
I'll be happy if they.
Of course.
I'm on the bandwagon of the Steelers had a chance to close it out. The Ravens had a chance to close it out. They're not doing it. Mm-hmm. Let someone else take it.
Let the Browns sneak in.
Yeah, let the Browns sneak in.
Yeah.
Or sneak out.
Oh,
We gotta be a little careful.
friend of the show, former TDG member John Todd, was actually at that game.
Oh.
He's from Cleveland.
Nice.
He doesn't live there anymore, but his brother lives in Denver. So I think he was down visiting his brother. They went to the game. He didn't even tell me. He just sent me a picture of the scoreboard at the end, and he wrote, "It's a Christmas miracle." Because I think he's a very casual football fan. So to him, he's like, "Oh, the Browns are fucking garbage." And I'm
Right.
like, "They're really not this year. They're middle of the road."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "No, they're fucking trash."
But
He's like, "Do they have a winning record?" I'm like, "Not
that's
yet."
the thing about the Browns, though, is
They
that
should have.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "They should."
Yeah.
He's
But
like,
that's the
"Classic
thing.
Browns."
6-7 is 600% better than they were last year.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Look,
You know,
Baker's the truth.
at this time last year, they were
It
getting
is.
ready to just pack it in.
Yeah.
Tubbs the truth. Like,
They picked. John Dorsey has drafted a hell of a team. He's got the right people. He's just got to either stick with Greg Williams as the coach or find a head coach that works with Baker very well
they got
and just go for it.
They got. You know who I think would make a good coach for Baker Mayfield?
Yeah. Jason Garrett on the Dallas
No.
Cowboys.
Like I think that Garrett could find. I think that Garrett could find a success with Baker.
I think anybody could find
As a
success with
quarterback.
Baker. Hugh Jackson had success with Baker.
I
He
think
had
I
2
could find
wins.
success with Michael Jordan if I had to coach him.
Hey man, he just goes to that old school Mike DiQuattro play call and is like, "How far can you run that way?"
How far can you
I'm
tip
gonna-
a ball into your teammate's hands?
You guys ever heard of the hook and ladder?
If they want me to be the QB coach of Aaron Rodgers, I think I could do it, guys.
But you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Kellen Moore is a QB coach, so you probably could be
Yes.
too.
Boise State legend.
Dumbest fucking thing in the world.
I don't know if we talked about this as news, but while I was talking about Aaron Rodgers, you see they're considering McDaniels for that job?
Josh McDaniels is always considered for every job now.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, I was like, after the whole last year, oh, he's blacklisted. Oh, nobody's going to fucking interview him.
Nope.
I was like, wow, that
No.
ended quickly.
He's never been blacklisted. He's never he just got he basically got a slap on the wrist because of what he did.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, if the Patriots were terrible, then maybe it would be like, well,
It would be
he's
more
out.
of a story. Yeah.
But the fact that he's Belichick's boy, he's not going to take the Packers job because Belichick's going to leave the Patriots for the next year.
Yeah.
And he's going to take over. That's it. And then it's going to be funny because after Belichick's gone, Brady's gone, and Gronk's gone right after it. So
Yeah.
McDaniels is going to be left with nothing.
Yep.
No,
Brian Hoyer and fucking...
It's only a matter of time before the Patriots are going to go on a Jets-like just
Decline.
fade away into existence. It's not even going to be a decline. It's going to be a straight drop.
Well, that's
like
what a decline is.
And
no, a decline. A decline I find more casual, like a more
It's a
like
leisurely.
it's a leisurely stroll downhill. They're gonna drop.
If you were to
off
put
of
like a
cliff.
shopping cart on a decline, it would
Right.
slowly roll.
Slowly go
It
down.
wouldn't
Yeah.
barrel down.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
a
talking more right angle down
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of gradual.
so that's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna decline. I think like slowly, like year by year, they're gonna be like the Phillies back after they won the World Series.
Yeah, the championship hangover. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's more than a hangover.
All right.
I think it's something you're starting to see this year because it looks like it just feels like there's going to be so many fresh faces in the playoffs. Like we're in this new era. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like the Bears just clinched the North.
Yeah.
Who the fuck pre Khalil Mack? Who the fuck
Nobody would have
post Khalil Mack? Who would have saw that? I would have thought they'd be better. I didn't
Yeah.
think they were going to do that.
It was very telling when after they traded Khalil Mack, like I remember the exact quote where Bryan on the show was like, "Yeah, well, the Raiders lost the game where a linebacker would have, or whoever it was, a pass rusher would have won them the game, and the
Yeah.
Bears won a game that if they didn't have a pass rusher, they would have lost." You know,
All right,
like
so week one after the Rodgers comeback, did
Right.
you think the Bears are going to win the North this year?
I thought the Bears would be competitive. I
Yeah,
thought they'd be
yeah,
fighting
the
for a
same.
wild card.
Same, I thought
because
that.
I thought the Packers would be in the Super Bowl. But now, like after 4 weeks, after like Khalil Mack just changing their whole landscape, it put them in a whole different perspective. And I think, this week the game that the Bears played against the Packers, they picked off Aaron Rodgers, which is the first time I think in like 8,000 games he's been picked off, or whatever that fucking streak was, and like they had him all over the place, and I think this is how. And that's why I said the Packers should maybe hire a defensive coach.
Yes.
Because there's no need for an offensive coach, and everybody in that division's defense is getting better.
Yeah.
I think the Bears are going to they signed Mac for how long? 6 years? 28 years?
Probably.
6 years.
28
no.
years. My God.
He's just wheeling them out
30
there.
years, 30 years.
The longest contract in NFL history.
Can't wait for my kids to see Khalil Mack out on that field.
Can't wait for my kids to see Khalil Mack. But no, they signed him. They locked him up, and I think they have enough pieces around him to actually like stay good for a while. So the Bears could actually just kind of reign the North for a little bit.
Yeah.
And because the Packers are, they're in the same boat the Patriots are. Like how much juice can we get out of our quarterback?
Yep.
And is our defense good? AK, no, it's not. Clay Matthews, overrated piece of trash. They have no cornerbacks. They have nothing. So they have to go on a whole like full rebuild. They have to trade off these people. They're gonna have to probably trade off Devontae Adams too. They're gonna have to trade off. Well, Randall Cobb's probably gonna retire.
Yep.
There's a lot
They're,
more.
They're wringing out the rag.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things that the Packers is going to change, where they're going to be at the bottom of the division for a while. The Vikings, they have Kirk Cousins for 3 more years. They got Thielen and Diggs, who are going to come up to a contract, and it's not going to be pretty.
And I think right now they're in a spot similar to the Eagles where
Right.
they're missing their coordinator.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Sherman.
And
Like,
you know what's funny? I don't think we brought this up last week. Shermer wanted to hire what's his name for the Giants, the offensive coordinator.
DiFilippo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted him to be the offensive coordinator of the Giants.
Right.
And the Vikings kind of blocked it. Like they wouldn't let it happen.
Right.
So everyone was like, "Oh, this is fucking bullshit," and then now he's fired.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wow, we might have dodged a bullet with that."
Yeah. He was also one of those hot names like McDaniels is like, oh, he's going to be the next big coach. He's going to be like,
Yep.
not really.
You guys
Yeah.
want Linehan?
No. We want
Think I'm all right.
We want to compete. Wait, actually, here's a good question since you brought that up. If the Cowboys make the playoffs, because they're going to be in the first round, and they win, does Scott Linehan still keep his job?
Legitimately, I thought that he was going to get fired this week.
Oh, did they get shut out?
Yeah, after they got shut out,
Yeah.
they were gonna fire him. They were gonna fire him twice this season, and then they decided not to. And then we went on that 5-game win streak. But if you look at that 5-game win streak, it wasn't our offense. Our defense is what won us those games, and our offense is like we would have 7 points up until the fourth quarter, and then that's when we'd go into a little bit of a shootout or pull away with the win. Like our offense, we do not deserve to be. Half of us do not deserve to be in the playoff race right now.
Well, speaking of team that may not deserve to be in the playoff race now, the Kansas City Chiefs, not beating real teams.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Chargers are a hot team right now, but they cannot beat a real team to save their ass.
I think all of us kind of watched recaps. We were all at the movies when this game happened.
Yeah.
But I remember as the movie ended, I was like, all right, let me check the score of the Thursday night game. And I was like, guys, the fucking Chargers won.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, the Chargers are playing fast and loose. They're
Yeah.
playing good football. You know,
I mean, I'll go on record as saying I was wrong about the Chargers because they beat a lot of garbage teams.
Yep.
I kept saying I don't know if they're for real, you know?
Oh, they're for
but
real.
But yeah, beating a team like the Chiefs, I'm like, all right, these guys are for fucking real. They came to play.
I think this game shows you that the Chargers are for real and the Chiefs are fucking phonies.
Yeah. Did you see the clip of Rivers going in the tunnel?
No.
He's waving to all the Chiefs fans, and they're like throwing shit at him and booing him, and he's like waving while he's running in the tunnel.
That's some old school Philip Rivers
Textbook
shit.
Rivers, yeah.
Just shit talking everybody.
Oh,
gonna
so
have another
great.
kid. What fuck
He
yeah?
had like that shit-eating grin on his face, like.
The best was the I don't know if you guys watch the Pat McAfee show on YouTube.
Yeah.
When he does like the quick hits and all that shit, and he was talking about the game. He's like, oh, the old seaman slinger Philip Rivers is out there again, just fucking impregnating defenses with.
Can we just have a hard knock season on Phillip Rivers' life?
There would be so many bleeps, it would not even be funny.
There's rumors that the Giants might be forced to do it next year.
Oh, yeah, because that's the rule in the NFL. Every team has to do hard knocks.
Every team has to do hard knocks, and we fit all the qualifications. It like can't be a team with a first-year coach.
Right.
Can't be a team that like I think was in the playoffs or won a Super Bowl or something like that.
Yep.
And there was something else, but like the Giants fit it all, and I would love it with like Saquon entering his sophomore year. I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
It's not going to be entertaining at all.
I'm gonna love it. I think it would be great.
Eli Manning is just like, I'm just here, guys.
Especially if we draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Which I think we might try to get that kid Haskins if he's in the second round. I don't know if...
Everyone's thinking he's going first round.
If he goes in the first round, it depends where our pick falls.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, if we got to do it, fuck it.
Yeah.
The Giants' way, quote unquote, isn't a thing anymore.
No.
It's out the door.
Also,
you know what I mean?
he'd be the first drafted black quarterback for the New York Giants
Yes,
in
which is
their
cool.
history.
And I'm pissed because he'd probably become the first black starting quarterback, but then we gave it to Geno Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
last year.
I thought that was going to go completely different.
No, yeah,
Why are you
yeah.
pissed about
no,
that?
I'd be pissed because then he would have that.
Yeah,
but-
that's a strong distinction and an honor. But like the way it was set up, I was like, whoa, no.
Didn't even realize just the way it came. I am no Texas
Damn.
superintendent.
Are you sure about that? Can you trust a black quarterback, Andrew?
I can. I want Haskins. I want him.
Speaking of teams that can't trust a black quarterback, the Patriots and the Steelers had possibly the shittiest game of the week.
For a game that everyone on paper would have been like, oh, Pat Steelers, the classic.
Yeah, it's
Real
like this was a
boring
game
game.
everybody needs to watch. And it was a 7-point game. New England couldn't get their shit together. They've lost back-to-back games, the first time since I think Brady and Belichick took over in December.
Yikes.
So yeah, like, how do you feel about this? Now it's kind of cemented as the Texans have at least the 2 seed, and they get the bye, and New England and Pittsburgh are going to be battling it out in the first round.
I'm annoyed because I want to see Pittsburgh do well, mostly because I like Antonio Brown and I like Juju, but I can't stand they always face each other in the playoffs, and the Patriots always the Patriots have their
big brother,
It'd be-
little brother.
It'd be basically the 3 and the 4 seed
Yeah.
right now. And the way it depends on if the Ravens win out, the Patriots would have the 3 seed. And the Steelers would have. I think the Patriots still have the 3 seed.
Well,
still don't know all
if they
these
end up
seedings.
playing each other,
Right.
I think I'd much rather it happen a little earlier in the playoffs and not be the AFC Championship game.
Well, no. If they do play each other, it would be the.
Oh, it would lead up to that?
because they're the lower seeds. That's the thing. They would have to. They'd have to go on a long road.
I would do what I do every year, and let's go Steelers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to see that matchup again, especially with, like I just said, how fresh the
Right.
playoffs have felt this year.
I
With
definitely.
a lot of new teams most likely going to be in it.
It would depend because let me see. Because if the Chiefs lose out and the Chargers go in, it would be Steelers Chiefs, I believe, and whoever is the 5 seed against the Patriots. So I think it's the. Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to remember.
this is
'cause
all
the AFC is a mess.
This is all barring the Dolphins not
Yeah, if the
coming
Dolphins,
up.
yeah,
From the ashes.
because that would
Like
mean
in a
yeah.
Never mind.
And like there's the Colts are still in it, the Titans are still in it, the Dolphins are still in it, the fucking everyone's still in it in the AFC. I'm trying to remember who's. Oh, Denver's out of it. Yeah. Oh, and the Ravens would have the Ravens would be the higher seed, so it'd be the Ravens, Steelers, and then Chiefs, Patriots.
Yeah. See,
because that would be a very
Well, the
hard
Steelers
football
are
group.
above the Ravens right now.
But
This-
if
that's the way it's-
no, yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
they're the lower regular seed. They're the lowest division winner.
Yeah.
I feel like in my brain, I'm like, there's no way they're going to win both those games and go on to face each other. And then I'm like, I say this every year.
And it happens.
And then it happens every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm so torn. I don't want to see that matchup again, but if I have to, I have to.
How much time we got?
Right now, we're at about 40 minutes.
40 minutes. All right, let's fire through some stuff because we got a Pro Bowl to talk about.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Houston beats the Jets by 7. Deshaun Watson does his thing. The Jets are playing a little better, but not great.
Yeah. With Darnold in, look a little better.
The Atlanta Falcons put up 40 against the Arizona Cardinals because they're the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the Atlanta Falcons remembered, we were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're having a bad year.
They're probably gonna fire their coach.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Buffalo beats Detroit by 1. Matty Patty can't beat the Buffalo Bills.
I will say, man, Josh Allen looks a lot better than I thought he would in the NFL.
He's gonna grow.
I'm a big Josh Allen guy.
He's growing into it. The Hugh Jackson streak ends with the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Oakland Raiders.
Hey, man,
Someone had to lose.
if you put Hugh Jackson up against John Gruden,
Someone's gonna lose.
someone has to lose. So I should say someone has to win.
Right. Unfortunately, the Dallas streak is ended by Andrew Luck, that smiling son of a bitch.
Yeah.
They put up 23
he's a hell
against.
of a fucking
Did you
player,
see
man.
that awkward interview
Yeah.
post game?
I
That's
Oh
Andrew-
my
That's
god!
Andrew Luck at his finest.
I
though.
know. I forgot what she asked him.
It's like, how you feel? I don't know.
She's like, oh, after a big win like that, how do you feel, Andrew? And he's like, I don't know. And then they just stare at each other, and he does like a little smile and nod, like, we're done now. And then she turns, she's like, oh, thank you so much, guys.
You know the thing is,
It was so bad.
if he was another guy, if he wasn't like Andrew Luck and he was maybe like a little bit like kind of surly, it'd be a completely different interview.
Oh yeah,
Like if that was Marshawn Lynch, people would lose their fucking mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
There
I
was-
don't know. And
there
that's
was-
it.
I don't know.
There was also another interviewer that asked Tyron Crawford, one of the Dallas's defensive backs. They asked him to like, do you think a loss like this is like could be a good thing? And it's just like they're trying to like paint a narrative and they're trying to force the player to like adhere to it, and the player's just like, no, but I guess like, and then like they asked Dak Prescott, and then Prescott was like, no, a loss is a loss. But then he was like, I guess in a way it is but not really. Like, it's just like awkward. Like,
Yeah.
why are you trying to like? I get that you're trying to build a
Dallas
narrative.
Cowboys player prefer to lose than win.
Yeah, like
Nothing will ever beat the Richard Sherman interview
When
after
he-
they won that game.
Yeah, when he yells at
You
Aaron
gonna
Anderson.
test me on a punk like Crabtree?
I'm the best in the world. He's the best in the world. I am.
was Crabtree the guy that got into the fight with Talib?
Yes.
Yes.
They ripped his chain.
Yes.
This chain.
That's the chain my mama gave me. I don't care. I'll rip it off your
Mama.
face. So where were we? Yeah. Minnesota destroys Miami.
In what I thought would be my game of the week, I think I
think you
said.
said it was a
it
3-point game of your week.
It was a
I'm three-
game. It was a game of. It was a game of the week for one of the teams.
Hey, they call me 3-point Parker. I took my shot at
There's a-
27-24.
Can you win? Can you win that now? Can you go back to
No.
doing like actual?
No, I'm gonna keep doing prediction.
The Giants forgot they won games and they lost to the Tennessee Titans because I guess they didn't want to catch footballs or score touchdowns. Derrick Henry once again runs all over people.
Did you see the photo of Derrick Henry and Saquon shaking hands?
No.
And I'm going, if you were to take the top half of Derrick Henry
And
and,
put it
the
on the
bottom
bottom
half of
of
Saquon
Saquon?
Barkley, good God,
Yeah,
what a human
that's a
being
fucking
that would look
monster.
like.
You'd have
Derrick
tyrants.
Henry just looks like Saquon is no small fry.
Right.
And Derrick Henry just looks like a fucking Hercules next to him.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, like,
Derrick Henry's
what
big.
is with this guy?
Derrick Henry's a big boy.
Yeah.
You'd have
Saquon Barkley has his huge legs.
Yeah.
You'd have Tyrone Smith as a person,
Was it? I think they call him.
as a running back.
Was it? I think they call Barkley like Quadzilla.
Yeah.
So, speaking of like something like that, like the left end for the Cowboys.
Can we leave the Cowboys alone?
I'm just
for like
saying.
3 seconds.
I'm just
Keep going back
saying.
to them.
I'm just saying.
Your last 20 examples have
You're
been
talking
the
about
Cowboys.
Yeah, because all right, sorry, that's my team. Oh Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Like if you were to take like
Yeah.
he looks like he's like Saquon's dad.
So
Like, oh my God.
Tyron Smith is playing with a bad elbow, but a regular brace can't fit on his arm, so they're using a leg brace on him, and he fills that whole thing up.
The same thing happened to the Big Show on the WWE. He had to use like a knee brace on his elbow.
A knee brace on his elbow. It's fucking nuts.
What is it? The Washington Redskins barely beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was 16-3. Even though they have the same record as the Cowboys, and if it came down to it, the Cowboys would have the tiebreaker over points because they both split.
Mm-hmm.
The Redskins are the phoniest team in the race right now.
Of course.
Because it's not real.
Yeah.
They have 2 broken leg quarterbacks.
The record doesn't tell the story
Yeah.
of this team.
Yeah, it's bad. The Baltimore Ravens beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-12 because that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, Baltimore's much better than Tampa Bay. I mean, there's not much to say about that. The shocking game of the week, which I really wish somebody would have picked that as the Parker three-point game of the week. It's the San Francisco 49ers kind of delaying the Seahawks celebration.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how hard? Like, that's a hardcore hit.
Now, do you think what is the deal with Nick Mullins?
He's
Is he more Jimmy G than Jimmy G is?
No.
Or he's like this backup that
He's a backup.
So many teams are gonna be like, oh, I want this guy now. This guy's a hidden gem.
He's going to be the Matt Flynn of 2019.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you see it coming?
No.
You know?
Because they still lost.
Yeah.
They still lost a lot of games.
And I mean, I guess because they were winning games with Beathard too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he'd get definitely a cushy backup job.
is Shanahan just like that good of a coach
I
that
think
it
so.
kind of just doesn't matter who you put in at quarterback?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I think the Nick Mullins is going to do a great job backing up Andy Dalton next year. Yeah.
Well put.
Bold.
Well put.
Yeah, well put. I mean, if Nathan Peterman's backing up fucking Derek Carr right now.
That's true.
Well, I don't know. They have fucking Tommy Mitsubishi of fucking Carolina. Maybe they could use.
Mitsubishi. Heineke.
And,
I honestly was gonna say Hyundai. And then Mitsubishi just came out.
and the last
Sounds like he's an Asian quarterback.
Tommy Hyundai playing for Carolina.
And the
Maybe they
last
could use
game
Mullen.
of the week was the New Orleans Saints squeaking out a victory against the Carolina Panthers. As we talked about earlier, the Panthers lose Cam Newton for possibly the whole year.
Yeah.
He's got a bad shoulder right now.
It looked fried.
The Saints got a win, which I think they could build off of as they go into the bye of the playoffs. They got 2 more games to play, but you want them to be hot again. You want like that loss against Dallas. I think was a real smack in the face for them.
Yeah.
But they didn't expect it, and it kind of gave Dallas that boost. And
Let me ask you, kind of going back to like looking at the playoff picture and everything like that.
right.
Would you rather be a team like the Saints where you're in,
Right.
you got a few weeks to kind of figure out what you're going to do, but it's kind of you're in your head about it for the next few weeks? Or would you rather be a team like maybe the Cowboys or Philadelphia or any of these wild card teams
Like
where
just going
you might inch in and you might get hot and you might just streak in?
I would like to be a streaker.
Yeah.
I'd like just open up my coat.
Where's the Law and Order button?
I'd like to open up my coat and show my thing. No, I would prefer. Sorry, delayed. I would prefer being a team that's like you counted us out all year. We're hot right now. We snuck it. We ruined someone's year because we snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think that would be and we could just continuously being a spoiler.
Yeah.
And if we lose, we lose. We're playing with house money.
Yeah.
There's nothing like really special. Like,
Because to me, it kind of goes back to the Sean McVay thing of like now you're in your head about it for a few weeks. The playoffs are on your mind. You're worried about benching guys. Worried about guys getting hurt, and you're not just going out there playing and you inch in.
and if you were a
keep
smart
going.
person, you know how to fucking handle it.
Yeah.
It's true. But I mean, I think I'd rather be in the position of playing not from behind, but like playing in like where you need to clinch.
Right.
Not like you've already clinched.
Mike,
I'd rather
so
be
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say the Cowboys because apparently I was going to get yelled at for bringing up the
failed
Cowboys.
subtle hints.
Yeah, but I
If
I
my
like that
team could
position.
preferably have a
So-
star on the helmet, I would. I would prefer it.
If we could play underneath a 2,000-foot TV. So obviously, I like showing my thing and flashing. You like clinching up tight. What about you, Andrew?
I like short differentials.
Or do you like being like the Chargers, who are just like, yo, we're a good team. We're gonna be in it, but we're gonna run through it.
Keep counting us out, but we'll be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather fight.
See,
and
it's
show my
funny
dick and then-
because I feel like me and you are in the same boat.
Right.
But we also come from being Giants fans,
Right.
where like we kind of saw what getting hot at the right time did.
Yeah.
And then you're
Twice.
coming from the spot of current events where you're like,
Yeah.
I'd like to be a team that's like about to clinch. That's where you're at.
See, that's the thing. Like, we need one more game.
Yeah.
Like, I
We
don't
have
want
two,
to.
so that's good.
I have 2 games. We have to win one game. I don't want to go up against the Giants with our season on the line.
I would love
Have
it.
you
if
seen
did.
the Giants in 2018?
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
know,
the
but-
Giants I
but
think
the-
will come out hot.
but
'cause
the-
it's gonna
yeah,
be in
exactly.
Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
Team's gonna be going.
Might be Eli's
Yeah.
last game.
Might be. I think there's gonna be.
And
a
what
lot
better
of
way to
emotion.
send off than fucking
A team
beating
he's-
Dallas and preventing
A
Dallas?
team he's owned.
Yeah.
A team he's had really good success against.
Not this year, though.
Obviously.
And not last year or the year.
How-
See,
Obviously.
it can backfire because you can win, and then they'll be like, "We're keeping Eli."
Yeah.
You
They're
guys
like,
beat us
"God
once
damn
out
it."
of the last 4 games, I think. So,
Okay.
we'll see how that goes.
But he's had a
But
14-year career, so
That's true.
in the grand scheme
Not
of
wrong.
things.
All right.
All right, let's get
Moving on.
let's get into our main topic in an hour into the show.
That's okay.
The Pro Bowl selections just came out this week. A lot of subs, a lot of dubs, a lot of snubs. How we feeling?
I think a lot of it's warranted. There's one player that I kind of wish was on it, but I can understand why he wasn't, and that's just Van Der Esch.
Oh, he's not on it?
No, he did not make
Wow.
it.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Wow.
That's like probably the biggest snub.
Is it
that
because of like
everybody,
is it like a representation thing where they have to have everybody of every team?
It's weird because of the position that he plays. There are other linebackers that play like a 4-3 rushing defense, and Dallas plays it. There's like 3-4 rushing defenses.
Is Luke Kuechly really that good?
I feel like he's been.
Hey, it's because he didn't get a concussion this year.
Yeah, that's
They,
true.
they were like, "This might be your chance at a Pro Bowl."
Is
Get
this
in
a
there.
Sean Lee spot where they're like, maybe?
Yeah.
You flip a coin for who's gonna go, like Kuechly or Sean Lee.
I just think that it was a little bit of a snub.
Do you think it's because DeMarcus Lawrence is there and, like Brian said, representation?
No,
no,
actually,
'cause-
all right, check this out. Landon Collins is not going to play, so there's going to be an open spot,
Yeah.
so they could bring in someone.
Yeah, but they might try to fill that with the same position.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Also, you got all these players here who may not play. Like, if Drew Brees makes it to the Super Bowl, he's not going to play the Pro
Yeah,
Bowl.
Jared
I got you.
Goff.
Jared Goff's not going to play.
Aaron Rodgers will be free.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I do love as a Giants fan is seeing Eldrick Rosas.
Yeah,
who's
that's
quietly, I mean, people don't talk much about kickers. He's been probably the best kicker in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
I think he missed one kick, and it was because he had a groin injury, and he just didn't have the leg on it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I agree with a lot of this list. You had brought up something on Twitter just about Odell.
Yeah. So I'll bring up I can bring up the conversation.
Right.
Just so I can refer back to it.
So he's going to bring a friend of ours who plays football with us, PJ. Is a very big Giants fan.
Yeah.
Huge, loyal to the blue. Every week I kind of busted his shit about that whole, like, was it the Damon Harris tweet? He's like, rest easy, boys. Tomorrow we hunt. I'm like, why don't we win first before we rest easy?
Yeah. So the Giants put out the tweet saying that Saquon, Landon Collins, and Aldrich Rosas made the Pro Bowl. So PJ goes, damn, no Odell Beckham Jr. What the fuck? So I said the NFC has some steep competition all around this year. Like, I'm kind of shocked too. And so PJ goes, Devontae Adams and Mike Evans got selected over him. And I was like, well, hold on, let me check the stats. So in receiving in general, like between tight ends, wide receivers, running backs, Odell is 16th in the league. Julio Jones is 1, Mike Evans is 2, Devontae Adams is 4, and Michael Thomas is 7. Like, where on that list would you fit Odell in? Like,
I don't see Mike Evans on the Pro Bowl list.
Yeah, I don't. Did he mean Michael Thomas?
Yeah, Mike.
Sorry, you might have been Michael Thomas, but even Michael Thomas is 7th. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
My whole thing was, I see where you're coming from. I can understand why Odell isn't on here. Like you said, representation. They try to get everyone on there. Saquon's on the list. So they prefer, they don't want too many fucking Giants all over the place.
Right.
But in regards to your argument, I feel like would these guys be able to do that on the Giants offense? Like, you can't just go by the numbers and saying this is their touchdowns, this is their yards. Watch the fucking Cowboys game week 3, where it was 80 fucking shovel passes to Saquon. Mm-hmm. Where is Odell supposed to get offense in that when the ball's being thrown?
Do you think it's
just more of like
too little, too late?
Yes, I think he turned it up in the second half, but wasn't his fault. We've watched a lot more Giants games than that. There's been times he's wide open, nobody's covering him just down the field. He can't get a look.
It's understandable, but
so it's not his fault.
I'm not saying that it is his fault.
No, I know, but I'm saying you can't just go by those stats.
But I feel
you're just looking at the numbers. And being
I feel like you can look at stats when you see how good of a season that Thielen's having, and you see how good of a season that Julio's having.
I'm just saying stats aren't always the full story, and it does. You can look like Odell, is not having as much of a high-powered offense as some of these teams. So on some of these teams that are putting up 40 points every week, you're going to have more touchdowns and more yards. I'm more impressed by the guy that's keeping up with you on a team that's got fucking 4 or 5 wins and could barely put up 30 points.
Like Greg Kittle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Kittle.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like he has to
He's
get
done
500
so much
receiving yards every week.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Look,
with 3 different quarterbacks.
He's ranked 10th. He's ranked 10th in receiving.
It's whatever. I'm not sitting here fucking. I hate the Pro Bowl. I'm just saying.
Think Odell deserves to. He didn't have a Pro Bowl season to me. He never really stood out.
No, and I can agree with that.
And I know a lot of it was early on. Eli was just dump passing it, and that's why Saquon got on. And I'm happy he's there. I think it's been a while since the Giants had a representative in the running back position. Mm-hmm. I think the Odell stuff came too late, and Odell also got hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Odell missed the last 2 games. That could have helped his case. But also, like I said before, a lot of these guys that are named are not going to be playing this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a new wave. It's the second team.
Yeah. I more so was just saying that there's an argument to be presented.
Okay,
about
I understand, but I also
my point.
I also didn't bring it up to PJ because I just didn't want to continue the conversation. But I was going to say that I actually think that if you want to talk about a player that made an impact that should be in the Pro Bowl, I would put Amari Cooper over Odell Beckham. I would put him if they needed backup for the Pro Bowl, I would put Amari Cooper.
I also kind of feel that's also the same boat as Odell is that it's too little, too late. He only really turned on after he got traded.
Well, yeah, that's what he went from an offense that had no offensive power.
But if you're going to make the story for one, you got to make the story for the other.
Well,
it's the same kind of thing.
Odell
both.
never had a change of environment. He stayed on the same team. You can't blame it. You
but
can blame the team for that.
The Giants before their bye is a completely different team than the Giants after their bye.
But it's not a different team.
Just because they have the same logo doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. This was an actual. You
it's
went from the Raiders, who were garbage, and then you go to a team that actually used you to your full potential, and
but
you made a difference in each game that you played, except for
because
1 or 2.
So it's I think
it's 2 sides of a coin.
Yeah, it's too little, too late for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
If he had a full season in Dallas, putting up the numbers he's putting up,
if he does the same thing he's doing right now next year for the first
give it to him.
12, 13 weeks.
Yeah, no,
by all means, put him in there.
I 100% agree with you guys. I'm just saying that I could put up an argument that I think that he would be more deserving than Odell.
You're both arguing the same point,
exactly.
just different sides.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Because who watches the Pro Bowl?
Right. Yeah.
I like the entertaining stuff last year. Watching Zeke and watching Odell just hang out and fucking do challenges and shit like that was fun as fuck to watch.
I would prefer that more.
Yeah,
of a challenge
the skills challenge.
The skills challenge is so much fun.
I don't want to see my fucking Pro Bowl wide receiver get his ACL torn up on fucking Hawaii.
That's why I look forward to the Pro Bowls, because that stuff, how they started doing that is so much fun.
They should have a touchdown celebration challenge.
I feel
where there's judges that rate the celebration.
And just choreographed dances.
Eli and Odell could finally do the fucking.
And you know what the thing is? That would ruin anybody's Super Bowl argument. Why are they playing Lady Gaga? Do this? You just watched a touchdown celebration contest.
So I finished up to PJ. I said, again, Odell Beckham is such an entertaining player, and it's been a lot of fun to watch him during the Pro Bowl, but each receiver in the NFC picked, I think, deserves the spot more than him. And that's all. I think that their stats show that they deserve it more than
yeah.
Odell.
I think everyone on that Pro Bowl list was completely fair.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to the AFC real quick. So we got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Phillip Rivers, James Conner. Maybe he might be there. His ankle's still fucked.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon, he just got hurt recently, right?
Yeah, he's not going.
Philip Lindsay, Keenan Allen, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill. I'm pretty sure Philip Lindsay was actually Kareem Hunt, but
Yeah.
nope. Was it DeAndre Hopkins, Eric Ebron, Travis Cleese, Eric Fisher? You know, I'm surprised. Isn't T.J. Watt killing the game right now?
He has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not on the fucking Pro
Yeah.
Bowl.
Like, I come on, like, JJ, this is another thing where JJ Watt hasn't been hurt all season. Can we just get the two Watt brothers together on
Yeah.
defense?
There's three
That'd be
Watt
fucking
brothers.
sick.
There's three. The other one's a fullback.
Granted, JJ's going to the Super Bowl, so,
I
you
was
know, it wouldn't happen, but...
I was actually thinking about it, like, if like the Watt family now, like you have JJ, TJ, and I guess Steve.
I think it's Kirk.
Steve?
Kirk Watt.
I think it's something like I think it's a weird name.
That's so dumb.
Kirk Watt.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about. I was like, are
Derek.
they Derek Watt? Ooh,
Same thing as Kirk.
Damn, that's terrible. But like,
I'm Derek Watt.
Derek.
couldn't even be.
I own a firm.
Couldn't even be.
You want to go on my yacht?
Couldn't even be DJ Watt. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
TJ,
stay with-
JJ, DJ.
I'm Derek Watt.
fine.
I'm the kicker.
I was
He's a fullback.
I was thinking about it.
I
like,
actually have him on my Madden team in
Weird.
in,
But I was thinking about like, are the Watts the Kennedys of the fucking like NFL? Because you have the good one that everyone loves. That's like obviously JJ's John F. Kennedy. You have TJ who's like the young up and comer. That's Robert Kennedy. And you got the fucking failure that no one really cares about, who's probably gonna have a longer career, which is gonna be fucking Derek Watt.
How proud do you think their father is?
It's like, man,
Like, we've got some fucking genetics.
He fucking ran some fucking moonshine back in the day, probably just like Joe Kennedy.
It's
did.
that fucking cliche, like they set like the Christmas presents, and JJ's got like a whole big pile, TJ's got like a medium stack, and then there's just like a lump of coal for Derek.
There's,
Oh, I
there's
really
literally
didn't
a
think you were coming this year.
there's literally a Charlie Brown tree for Derek.
But if you're Houston and you've invested this much into JJ Watt and everybody loves him so much, like how much would it cost to get all three of them?
A lot.
Like,
I think TJ Watt, he was a first round pick.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you a lot.
When he gets a new contract, he's gonna
Yeah.
go for a pretty penny.
But I think, I mean, probably Derek is going to be cheap.
Derek.
You could probably trade for a 7th round pick.
Derek.
Jalen Ramsey is on this list.
He does not deserve, he does not deserve it.
No.
Someone from Jacksonville had to show up.
Yeah, that just sounds like we just wanted a Jacksonville person. here.
Miles Garrett said no thanks. Or whatever the fuck.
He's
it was.
actually on it.
Oh, he is?
Miles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
From the
Okay.
Browns. Yeah.
Oh, no. I was trying to think of who's that other guy. Jarrett Jack? Is that who?
Miles Jack.
Miles Jack.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like, I don't want to go.
I was thinking of Calais Campbell for some reason.
Yeah.
I thought
I-
you were
like,
going to
look-
go with that.
Look, for all his shit talking, he sure did not back any of it up. So I'm glad that's still a thing where somebody ruined his career by opening his mouth.
It's almost more embarrassing that he has to show up to the Pro Bowl. Like, what happened? I thought you were going to the Super Bowl this year. What happened?
So this year the Cowboys have 5. We have DeMarcus Lawrence, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Byron Jones, who's the cornerback that's pretty much essentially been locked down for us this year, which I'm really excited. He finally made it in.
Okay.
Dope.
Cool, bro.
Whatever.
That's dope, bro.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, bro.
At least his name's not Derek.
That's something.
Garrett.
Do the Garrett clap.
Hey,
Is Garrett coaching the team?
hey guys.
We make it clap.
Do. I mean.
Should we hit some game previews for the week?
Yeah, anybody got any no fantasy updates? Nothing?
No, studs or duds?
Let's go studs or duds.
Keenan Allen, 0 points for me as my dud. Oh, we
it's your
duds
dud?
last. Sorry.
Yeah, stud.
Stud. You know what?
I'm gonna say Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb did something. Oh, I'm sorry. Derrick Henry did something too. I don't know. I don't really care.
For my stud, I'm actually gonna say Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, he tore apart our defense
for
and that
192 yards.
But
More of Marlon Mack tore up your defense.
Marlon Mack too, I think. But you know what? Like it would pretty much be both of them. I think both
The
of
Indianapolis
them
Colts offense is a stud.
their offense they just picked us apart. You know, their offensive line was plugging away, and they were eating us alive. You know,
Quentin Nelson shouting.
Quentin Nelson's fucking nuts. Yeah. Watching that guy play I feel the same way watching him play, watching Van Der Esch play. Like, they're both so good at their respective positions, and it's insane to see like these are first round picks that are like actually making a big difference.
It was a good draft class this year.
Yeah,
it was a very good.
Everyone's kind of showing
Everyone's
up.
making a name for themselves, I think.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Andrew, who is your stud?
I would go with Nick Foles.
Okay.
I think
Foley
he showed up
O'Neal.
when this team needed to win the most and kind of kept them in it. And, says a lot about the guy.
I'm going to say Phillip Rivers. Some old school shit talker coming
Oh,
back
yeah.
at it. The gunslinger's back, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Duds of the week.
The Dallas Cowboy red zone efficiency.
Ouch.
We've now dropped into 31st place with red zone efficiency. So
I mean, if you just throw to Amari Cooper on the 10-yard line, let him run all the way in.
I don't get it. We need to fire Scott Linehan. I've been saying that forever. I hope we lose to the Bucks.
Good, yeah, it would be really good. I want you to lose to the Bucks too.
I just want to get rid of him. I'd so much rather lose and not get into the playoffs and know for sure that Linehan's not going to be a part of the team next year.
Mark it down.
But,
Mike
yeah,
DiQuatro doesn't want
100%.
the Dallas Cowboys to make the
I said-
playoffs.
I'll take a pro from both situations here. I'll look at the what's it called, the bright side of the situation. If they don't make the playoffs, I'm happy because then we get new offensive coordinator.
So here's
we
the
get fucking Lincoln, whatever his fucking name is.
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
Here's the headline you could take away from it. Wishy-washy Dallas Cowboys fan would rather not make the playoffs this year so they could not.
Well, he's
That's what
playing
I
the
said.
football gods to lose games.
I wanted to come back to my podcast. I'm sorry.
I actually don't know if I have a dud this week.
Yeah?
I can't think of anyone that I'm like, wow, they really sucked it up.
Yeah.
You know? The one I was really going to say is kind of your MO.
Go ahead.
So.
No, go ahead.
I'm say fucking John Gruden.
John Gruden
Because
sucks.
it had to come down to him or Hugh Jackson. Right. One of them had to lose. And it was fucking John Gruden. So fuck John Gruden.
Yeah.
And he hired Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, right?
We didn't even mention that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my dud of the week is, what's his dumb face out in Los Angeles? Scott McVay. You're not as smart as everyone thinks you are. You're a fraud, and you're going to lose, and Drew Brees is going to win another fucking Super Bowl.
Is this Brian's up-close moments for this week?
Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees. Battle of the old San Diego quarterbacks.
There
That's
is
what it is.
hatred in his eyes right now.
Oh.
I honestly wish the game was played in Calcom
There's
Stadium.
there's
how much I-
hatred that I have not seen in Brian's eyes since week 8 John Gruden.
Since John Gruden said he didn't want his team to know they traded Amari Cooper, and yet everyone knew.
Since he saw that Bridgestone commercial for the 80th time. Gruden.
Yeah, so that's our studs and duds, our famous studs and duds section of the old podcast, and now we're gonna go to another world famous segment, Games of the Week, where we pick either 1, 2, or 85 games that we think are going to be very interesting. We're coming up to the next week, but we're not going to pick our own teams. So no Tampa Bay, Dallas, no Giants, Colts, which was actually kind of interesting, but
Is it?
not really.
The Colts should eat you guys alive.
Probably will. But if we score one touchdown, we're better than the Cowboys. That's how I see it.
That is true.
Okay, so Mikey, what game are you looking forward to this week?
I have 2.
Okay.
Chiefs Seahawks.
Ooh, that's another big.
I think that's a big game.
Who do you want to win?
Chiefs. I don't like the Seahawks. Never really been a fan of them. Also, Bills and Patriots. I think Josh Allen might be able to pull up an upset on a declining Patriots.
Okay.
I think that's going to be an entertaining game to watch. And I have another one that I'll say, but I'm going to wait until you guys pick
So you
yours.
don't have 2, you have 3.
I have 3.
Three
I have
games
3.
of the week.
I have 3.
36 games of the week.
I know which Andrew is going to pick.
Oh.
So
3-point Parker coming up.
Go ahead.
Which one do you think I'm picking?
I think you were going to pick the Jaguars and the Dolphins.
I was not.
Did you say the Jaguars and the Melvins?
The Melvins? I believe this is okay because you can't pick the Cowboys.
Uh-oh.
But
I can pick the
You
Cowboys.
can pick the Cowboys.
You're out of your
I'm
mind. if
picking
you
the
think it's gonna be
Cowboys.
A 3-point game.
A 3-point game.
You're out of your mind.
Tampa Bay 20-17.
Yeah, okay.
Down in Jerry
20
World.
to 17. Stealing one in Jerry's world.
I'd be surprised if
see it.
Tampa Bay put up 14 points.
Hey, man.
Well, they're gonna put up 17 or 20 points.
Jameis is going to eat that W.
Harm, 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 and sexually assault that
the
girl.
dumbest thing in the world, and the Uber driver.
All right, my 2 games this week. I'm going to take the Chargers and the Ravens. I think that's going to be a fun game. It's on this Saturday at 8. And also, I'm going to take the Texans against the Eagles. And the Texans finally put the Eagles to bed and say,
Ooh.
get the fuck out of here.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So obviously all these games you can see on your local providers, NFL Network, Fox, CBS, ESPN. We don't own any of them. We don't care about any of them.
Steelers Saints also going to be an entertaining game, I believe. I think that could be a shootout. That could be really entertaining.
I'd be more entertained if the Saints weren't already in it.
Yeah.
Like, if there was something more on the line, I'd be more like, holy shit.
I agree, but I feel like the Saints need to rework and get themselves hot again before the playoffs. Well, I think if they continue a game where they've scored 12 points, and then they have another game where they might lose or only put up a few points.
So look, it's the Rams versus the Cardinals this week. So if you think the Rams are going to lose to the Cardinals, I think you're out of your mind. I think the Saints need to win to lock up home field advantage.
Yeah.
What do we do if the Cardinals beat the Rams?
I'll obviously be right and show you that Scott McVay's a fucking fraud.
Do you think Scott McVay is it Scott or is it Sean?
Sean.
It doesn't matter. He's a fraud.
He kept saying Scott. I'm like, I don't think that's
I
right.
think Scott McVay's a serial killer.
He's gigging.
So
He's riffing.
Like Sean McVay, do you think he's gonna be like the Jaguars defense of next year? Like just totally like exposed.
I think he's the no, I don't know. He's not as smart and he's not as good as everyone thinks he is. I think he burned too brightly, too early.
But
he doesn't know how to
coach in the NFL.
What is that?
He's the youngest coach in the NFL.
Yeah, but that shows because you got exposed by all older, smarter coaches.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take some time. Just because you can remember what play you called against the Redskins 2 years ago doesn't mean shit. You gotta fucking be ready to go now, and they're not.
That was
They
Brian's
slipping.
halftime speech.
They slipping.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for us this week.
Yep.
Brian, where can the good people find you?
The good people can find me over at Movie Mayhem Podcast on Twitter, at Movie Mayhem Pod on Twitter, Movie Mayhem Podcast on Instagram, and iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. Movie Mayhem Podcast, obviously. Mikey?
You can find me at dquats on Twitter and mdquat on Instagram.
And you can find me on Twitter at ParksXCore. You can find me on that on most sites. And I guess you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bullhammer. Got something we're announcing in a few weeks, and there will probably be a new Twitch for that. So stay tuned, and stay tuned for updates on those sites.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And until the next time, go fuck yourself, McVay.
And you too, Scott Linehan.
And Gruden, I don't think I forgot about you.